What's up? Why did it go from 10 viewers to 1 viewer as soon as I said that? Hello. I'm a big dumb who didn't turn on my light. 1 second. I'm back. Yeah, sorry for Gart. I won't always be able to stream at European-friendly times. In fact, most of the time I won't be able to stream at European-friendly times. Today's an exception. Are we good? Looking a little dim, not gonna lie. That's a little better. There we go. Good enough. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the brain-bending chaos that is Pyanodons. So let's get started. So when we left off last time, we had just started planning out Glassworks. But we decided, well, I decided that this is overkill because we're not going to have nearly enough fluid fuel to power this. You're having less of a nocturnal sleep cycle. Yeah, I've noticed. You're not awake until like 12 p.m. European time anymore. How dare you? How dare you have a normal sleep cycle? Where's Hollow Knight? Hollow Knight is at home. We have Hollow Knight at home. Okay, so I think I'm going to plan out for this much room, because the thing that I did last time was I made like the amount that we needed at that time, and then didn't leave enough room to expand it, which was a problem. So like you'll see that I planned out for all of this, even though I have nowhere near enough production to sustain that. But I haven't built all of it. So I'm gonna do the same with the Glassworks. I'm gonna plan out this to be fully ratioed for 1.67 glass per second, but I'm not going to build all of it because I can't even get close to powering it all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we only need that. Yeah. So it's 9-to-1 ratio here. Hey Jigsaw. Welcome to the 3rd iteration of Pyanodons. Yes, you do fight bugs and there are spiders in this game. Therefore, it is Hollow Knight. That is correct. This game is literally Hollow Knight. I don't know what you're complaining about, Mrs. Sleepy. Okay, so all of this just takes in quartz ore and outputs molten glass. This entire thing takes in 10 per second of quartz ore, which should be plenty. We don't have nearly enough of that right now. So we're going to build... How much do we have? I need to go check. Because I don't have radars yet. Gosh, I really wish variable refresh rate worked on this monitor. Because I'm getting stutter city right now. Whee! Okay, so this is 4 per second. So we actually have 16 per second of output. I remember this now. We have a maximum of 16 per second, which is nice because that's just a bit more than one belt. And some of these are going to become out of resources pretty quick. So let's actually extend that one more. Bang. Okay. So that is the end of it right there. So this entire thing will be like 17? Yeah, 17. Cool. Where's the engineer's desolate dive crystals? Hope that wasn't Hollow Knight spoilers just now. Otherwise, you've been very naughty, naughty, naughty. In fact, I still have this notice I can put up because this is what I used in my Hollow Knight stream last night. Well, see, Forgart, the problem is I don't remember what I got. It's been so long since I've played Hollow Knight that I pretty much forgot everything about it. Oh no, those are the names of the yeah. Okay, Vengeful Spirit is the laser beam. Crystal Dash is the dash, and Desolate Dive is down dash. Okay, yeah, no, you're right. I got it. You're correct. You're so right. I apologize for being grumpy. Okay, so since this is gonna intake just a belt, I can just do this. I can just put it in the center. Yeah. Hold on, can I be sneaky about this? How much do you need? You need 1.2 per second of quartz ore, so you need 2 inserters. No, it doesn't fit. Hey, Sky, Holy Gaming. Thank you for the 22 months.
Holy Gaming.
Thank you so much. Oh, obviously I can put these together like that. Why are you taking damage in video games? Just use descending. Where the crap? There it is. Hollow Knight movement mechanics in Factorio went. Well, we don't have Hollow Knight's mechanics, but we do have drifting. I installed Code Green's drifting mod. So now we have drifting. I felt bad for not having Blueprint Shotgun, so I had to find another... Oh, also I have no remote view border as well, because the remote view border is dumb. The only bad part about it is it prevents you from seeing the search query, but that's just a skill issue, so... Okay, so if we put the output there... I don't know why I'm doing it this way. I'm just want to see if this is possible. No, it's not really. Okay. I mean, if I put that out there, but that's stupid. So we're just gonna do it this way. We're just gonna have an extra space. Not that big a deal. Then we just do this. That does not reach there, so I have to do that. That's sad. Okay, that should be good. 4, 6, 8, 10. No, I'm changing that to Control G. That's what I keep wanting to press. There we go. Oh yeah, I was gonna get rid of the disabled. I think someone asked me to get rid of the. No, I'm not getting rid of the disabled. Sorry. I'm getting rid of the option to disable the blueprint grid. Don't clip that. Don't clip that. I love the disabled. The disabled are my best friends. Okay, this is getting worse. Flip it and ship it to clone and HR. Alright, cool. That should do it. Then we just get glass out the other side. Then obviously we need to hook these in. Okay, but since we are not going to have most of this built out for a while, there's no reason to, well, we're gonna have to replace some of these ghosts with pipes to get the fuel through. That's okay. Okay, so let's be smart about this. We have small parts. We want to leave some room for the mall somewhere. Somewhere. I actually think I want to leave this entire space empty for the future bot mall. It's gonna be right here. So let's actually build more stone bricks up here. I'm setting for enabling top bar of remote view. I actually oh. Oh, that's what you mean. There is a startup setting. Thank you. Okay, and this microphone is positioned badly. Am I still loud enough if it's over here? Am I quieter? I think I'm quieter. Because I've had it like all the way up here.
Hello there.
I'm quieter? Okay, so it has to be here. Hello, Jay. How you doing? A little quieter, but still fine? Okay, then we'll try it down here. That gives me a lot more freedom of motion, rather than having it right next to my face. Okay. The truly important viewers, aka the YouTube viewers, I mean, what? Won't have the music to contend with, so. I don't have landfill yet. Okay, so we're gonna leave this space open for Zamal. It's probably not gonna be enough space for the Zamal, but it'll be okay. And eventually these patches are gonna go away and all of this production is gonna move. So maybe we're actually fine. Maybe this will become the mall. By the time we have enough resources for it. I don't know. I'll just leave some room because it's easy and I already decided to do that. But first I need to go over here. That's what I'm going to build the glass over here. Sure. Right there. Why not? Okay, so I need a couple glass works. Oh, gosh, golly, geez. Okay. Also, I just realized that chat is covering the crafting queue, but that's probably fine. There we go. I mean, I could put chat like over here, but it's fine where it is. Okay, so right now we have, I already forgot the number. Was it like 4? Yeah, because that's 16 and that's 17. It's 1 per second for each. So yes, we have 4 per second of glass. Oh, that's annoying. Okay, ghost counter, you get demoted. Sorry. Also, I may or may not have been using Steam to test something recently, so all of my shortcuts got hacked up. Okay, that's good. Right, so we have 1 per second of quartz ore, and one of these takes 1.2 per second, so that's all we can build right now. But we shall plan for the future. I need more iron. Oh, I have a lot of iron. Cool. That's awesome, actually. That's incredible. Ah, my frames! Please. Please monitor, please VSync. Oh, okay. Okay, we're fine now. All good. I need more pipes. I need more underground pipes, actually. Okay, so that is going to be that, but we're also going to move this over here. So that we can just take it out of the tailings pond. So here we have coal, gas, and tar. Those are our only fuel sources at the moment. We're very quickly going to need to replace it with something else, but for now we have an abundance of tar. So we're going to use tar. Fluid index, fuel value. How bad is tar? Oh, sorry. Let's sort it by science pack. Be a lot better. There we go. Our tar is 200 kilojoules. And coal gas is 200 as well. So they're equally terrible. Acetylene is a megajoule. And I think I remember I powered it with acetylene last time, so we'll try that again. Let's see if that works well. Game's locked to 60 Jigsaw, but my monitor is 120. I'm not actually dropping frames. What's happening is that the monitor's VSync is getting desynced from the game's VSync somehow, so it's stuttering. Because I now use... you weren't here, Jigsaw, so I need to explain some things. I need to explain myself. I'm now streaming from a laptop instead of a desktop. I have a Framework 13 Pro, and I'm using a Thunderbolt dock for that. So now, instead of having a discrete GPU, I'm using an internal GPU. That has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. The Thunderbolt dock does not support variable refresh rate on the DisplayPort. So I can't have my monitor just magically follow Factorio's frame rate like I used to be able to. Except, do I dare do science on stream? I'm going to do science on stream. 1 second. ADHD tangent, let's go. This is a Framework 13 Pro DisplayPort card. I'm going to try plugging it directly into the laptop. Without unplugging the Thunderbolt cable, because if I do that, then the stream dies. Are we good? We're good. We're so back. Okay, I know this used to work. What the heck? I tested this before. Okay, well, it doesn't work through the DisplayPort card either. That's... I tested this the other day. Worked fine. It is pretty nice that my window manager will remember which workspace or which monitor a workspace was on, unless you change workspaces, and then it'll assign it to the new monitor. So when I unplugged it and then plugged it back in, it just worked. I guess I'll just be in stutter heaven. I could change it to 60, but that makes my mouse feel terrible. Oh, that's not too bad. I can live with it. And it makes the game a lot smoother. So yeah, we're good. Hello, Simon. We just got ADHD sidetracked by Jigsaw. It's all Jigsaw's fault. But now we're back. Oh gosh, the ghosting is so much worse on 60 hertz. Okay, nope, that's not happening. So the eventual plan is to get a Thunderbolt monitor so that I can plug the laptop directly into the monitor. But for now, I'm using an old Thunderbolt dock that I got from my previous job. Okay, that does not need to go out there. This is just the glass throughput. Okay, yep, we're good. Sweet. So now, as soon as we hook this to electricity, it should start working. So now we should be getting glass from out here. Is this a new save? This is a new save, yes. Can you actually store coal gas in a tailings pond? Yes. In fact, you can. Okay, so the splitter is gone. Also, there's no game audio because I hacked it up. Whee! I love drifting. It makes car driving so much more fun. Okay, well, let's see. Let's do some science. Is it actually causing the gas to evaporate, or are we just using it all? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm stupid. Because this coal gas ain't going anywhere. Yeah, you can't do that. Okay, well, I guess we're powering this on coal gas instead of tar. Right? There's no coal gas input here? No. So we've just been voiding the coal gas this whole time. That's hilarious. Okay, let's throw this back into the tailings pond because I'm... Well, there was only 0.5 coal gas in here. And now suddenly it's getting a lot bigger. Let's do some more science. Make sure that I'm not just assuming. Let's, well, in any case, we gotta get this tar back into there. Okay. So, if we put this back, this currently has 1,823-ish, about 2,000 coal gas. Yeah, now it's all gone. So this definitely makes it evaporate. So this is just a glorified gas vent. That's hilarious. And that makes complete sense. I just assumed that that wasn't the case. Okay, cool. We should now be making glass. Very slowly. In fact, if this runs at full tilt, then we're making 0.2 glass per second. We might not have enough coke consumption. Which is weird, because I thought that I ratioed this for exact coal consumption. Or coke consumption. That's by unconstrained that we have an excess. Okay. But Sugoi, we make glass. Let's go. For now, we're just gonna throw the glass into a chest. Make as much glass as possible. Okay, now we have glass. What's next? Next is landfill, actually. I want to make a dumb landfill generator. So we just take in stone, crush it into gravel, and then we make landfill out of that. Weren't we having problems with Keragen as well? What was that new green UI? What are you talking about? Oh, I'm playing with power overload. So small pulse can only carry 30 megawatts before they explode. We'll see if that actually remains in the game. Something tells me it won't. Okay, so instead of feeding this back in, we can actually just take this trickle excess and feed it into a landfill generator. That should be good. We don't need that much of it. Just turn that into gravel, and then we create... need a burner assembler, unfortunately. Yeah. Well, that's constrained by that, so 4 stone to 3 gravel, so we actually only need that. This takes yet more stone. Okay, now we just need soil, which is a soil extractor. It is handy in already knowing the icons of most things. I don't have any electric pulse over here. How can you restart it? Because I wasn't happy with how the last one was going, and there were some breaking changes, and 2.1, and I just didn't have motivation to continue. Restarting sounded more fun. I freaking have power right here. Yeah, this is very quickly going to become a problem because oh well, first I need some Keragen over here. Well, murder phase is a lot of fun, yeah. Like Pyanodons shines the most in the first 3 science packs. And I just completely overextended myself. This time I'm still gonna do a city block, or I'm thinking of doing something simpler than that, like not a constrained grid size, but like just having tri-intersections and just making them as big as I need them. I'm also gonna make a much simpler intersection, and I'm not gonna build nearly so large. I'm probably gonna end up rebuilding the base twice, once to go to trains and then another time to increase the scale of it. But I probably won't even need to rebuild it because if I have a variable sized block layout, I could just make blocks bigger as I need to. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, I'm just gonna yoink some Keragen off of here. That should be good. I love spaghetti. Alright, this should all work now. Wait, why didn't that build a... Hello? That's unfortunate. Right, this is... That's funny. Okay, so now we have a dumb landfill generator. Cool. We'll just generate as much landfill as we can. Eventually, we'll need it. And we're actually bottlenecked by the soil extractor, which I didn't even think to check. I want to be bottlenecked by stone. I need more air core inductors. Imagine handcrafting, that's cringe. Pushed it in the wrong spot. That's hilarious. Okay, so now we should be good, right? Yeah, we're bottlenecked on gravel. Cool. Oh, goshity, goshity, gosh. Always check your ratios, kids. That's not even going to be enough. Well, in that case, we have 4 per second here. So since we have 2 per second from there, and we have 1 assembling machine, I need to remember to do this before I build something. Oh, okay, this all moves. This is gonna be hilarious. Watch this. So the idea is we get there. Oh, it's just impossible. We have to do it like this. Which means it's impossible to get full throughput. So yeah, we're just gonna stick with what we had. This is actually more throughput than having 2 with the belts, so we're just gonna keep it like this. This is fine. We'll be bottlenecked on soil, and that's okay. Okay, well, that was a waste of time. Next, we need to reconnect the water, which for some weird reason is not doing it by itself. Yeah, 3 inserters per item is the max rate, which is like 20, like 2 point something. 7, 14, 21. 21, that's 2.32 per second, I think. Yeah, 2.31. I was off by 0.01. That's fine. Okay, now I should have some landfill available to fill those holes up north, and that's why I did this. I used to wonder why the pie buildings were so large, and then I actually played pie, and I'm like, oh, it's because the inserters are so slow. Any further feature requests? So let me see if you added the things I wanted. I haven't updated my mods yet, so let's check first. Yes. They're blue instead of red. That's interesting. I think my number 1 feature request is having it appear in the top left instead of in the center. And yes, I do use it because it is so good. And to be brutally honest, the reason I haven't finished Rate Calculator 4 is because I am just absolutely sick and tired of working on GUI and Factorio. Like, I really don't want to do GUI stuff anymore. So, That's why I haven't finished it. Factorio GUI is horrible. I'm now all in on immediate mode UI, and having to work with the retained mode Lua UI is horrible. And now production rates calculator extreme is pretty good. It is a little laggy though, like that was a huge lag spike. That's fine. Interesting. Interesting choice of blue, yeah. Like in rate calculator, I regenerate this entire UI from scratch every time, which is basically how you do it in immediate mode. So that's why it works. Like every time you press a keystroke, it rebuilds the entire UI. I think that's how I did it. Yeah, you can see the tooltip flashing because it's deleting and regenerating it. Hey, Ochiniwa, thank you for the raid. Hello, raiders. Let's see if my bot automatically shouts you out in 20 seconds. I have my own bot now. It should do it in 20 seconds. I have my own self-hosted bot, which is even cooler. Come on, bot. Yeah, there we go. Thank you for the raid, Ochiniwa. You were playing Factorio. What were you doing in Factorio? Man, that's so cool. Now I don't have to put any effort into giving thanks to raiders. It just happens for me. Automating away the most difficult parts of streaming. Being a kind person. Testing 2.1, pushing up source. Science to 72,000 a minute. Nice. Well, thank you for the raid. I appreciate you. Hello, raiders. We have restarted Pyanodons, so we're in the burner phase. What am I doing? I'm walking around aimlessly. That's what I'm doing. So yeah, I haven't finished rate calculator 4 because I don't want to work on UI. But I also feel bad. I'm going to finish a version of it that uses production rates calculator so that people can get ghosts. But I probably won't... I have landfill. I don't have enough. I probably won't end up doing the simplex solver in mind. That'll probably remain exclusive to Simon's calculator. But I don't know. Things could change. We'll see. Because way back when, like 2 years ago at this point, Simon was like, hey, I can make the back end, you can make the front end. I'm like, oh, that sounds like a great idea. I love working on front ends. No, I don't like working on front ends anymore. I have burned out on that. Yes, the last game was pretty far along. It was at 230 hours. But I wasn't having fun with it anymore. Because I made a lot of dumb decisions. We don't have nearly enough coal gas. Okay. We're gonna need to do some shenanigans. Oh, we backed up on iron. We backed up on iron. That's a great problem to have, actually. But it means that this iron oxide is excess. So, is this the only thing we can do with it? At the moment? Yeah. Ever? No, we can do some things with it later. Right, don't we use it in... We use it in iron slime later, yeah. Yeah, iron processing stage 2. This time I will... No, this time I will build the perfect factory with no mistakes. Surely. Okay. So what I need to do is I want to stockpile all this iron. But I need an overflow valve, basically. So we'll just add another iron chest. Bang, problem solved. I don't want to waste the iron plates. This is literally free iron, and iron is something we're really struggling for right now. I mean, we're only using like a bit of our patch, so we could make more iron, but... I say we're struggling on iron, but we're completely backed up on iron right now, so like, no, we're not struggling on iron whatsoever at the moment. Okay, we have glass. What was glass working towards? Well, I mean, we're working towards simple circuits, obviously, but, what is glass used in at the moment? Nothing. Cool. What can we research? What have we researched? We researched ash separation, but we decided to just yoink the ash into chests. We have glass. We have glass text plates. We have lamps. Let's actually research lamps. Okay, so now we can do botany and petri dishes. So botany lets us do botanical nursery shenanigans, which allows us to start doing moondrops, saps, and moss. Okay. Webcam video is delayed by like 2 seconds. What? Is that better? Hello? Yes? Okay. It might have had to do with me messing with my monitors before. In fact, I just reset all of the monitoring as well, so. Sound and image are fine? Cool. Okay, botany. We need to become Mark Watney botanists. We're researching turrets and walls. I don't know why I'm doing that. I don't need walls. I think I was like, oh, let's just get rid of garbage researches. What are we short on? Oh, we're completely out of wood. Okay, yeah. We gotta go farm some more wood. So getting wood production is our highest priority right now. Wood processing requires botany, so yeah. No concrete, and no lamps, botany. Botany, moss, wood processing. Where's my car? My car is never where I need it to be. Gosh, the stuttering is so bad. Like, it's theoretically a 2-to-1 frame ratio, so I don't know why it's stuttering this badly. But I'm getting really bad stuttering on this 120 hertz monitor. This monitor just, I'm not happy with it. That's why I'm gonna buy a new one. But my dream monitor costs $2,700, so that's why I haven't bought it yet. That's almost as much money. That's actually the same amount I paid for my new laptop that I'm streaming on. So expensive. Alright, I don't need to get that right now. Deforesting the world. Interesting that a lot of these are missing death particles. Like, these ones are all fine, but some of those trees back there were missing their death particles, which is fascinating. Literally unplayable. I need death particles for all trees. Come on, Arundel. Okay, let's, oh, hey, exactly a stack. It's a sign. Let's go and throw those into base. I love alien biomes. 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 Wow! Tokyo drifting. There we go. That should keep us supplied for a while, but I'm gonna go mine some more. Small water and rocks everywhere. Yeah. I like the looks of alien biomes, but it definitely has some drawbacks. But I got bored of the terrain in vanilla, so I wanted something different. I did turn the tile speed reduction all the way down to 0 though, so it doesn't slow me down. Thrilling Factorio high octane gameplay. Let's go. Pyanodons is one of those bell curve mods. Early on you don't know about it, then you find out about it and it's really cool and you use it. Then you get annoyed by it after a while and disable it again. Yeah. I don't know. I like my RGB terrain. But yeah, these little poopy waters is kind of annoying. I hope Alien Biomes 3 fixes that. Okay. Oh, the stutter is real. And vehicle drifting is so much fun. Like, holy cow. Why didn't I install that forever ago? Okay, botany is being researched. Cool. What are we short on? You're short on... You're short on ash. Really? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you only need to run 0.8 at a time. Do I have assembly analyst? Yes. Oh, let's not include inserters. Okay, now we're short on soil. It is what it is. Okay, cool. This is... Oh, that's why we're short on ash, because we're stockpiling it all. Oops. So we definitely... We do need to stockpile ash, but we need to do it at scale at the end of the line. Oh my gosh, I have an odd number of undergrounds. This is literally the worst. This is the ash pot. The ashtray. Oh my gosh. So much ash. Oh my gosh. I already have so much ash. Holy crap. I'm gonna have a lot of ash to burn later. Okay, I need all the chests, please. Oh, even just the runoff from this might be enough to sustain our handcrafting. That's great. Hey, Theranos. Thanks for stopping by the stream. How's it going? Assembly Analyst is great. So is Factory Planner. I also have that. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, I'm just... Remember last game when I was playing with a trackball for like the first 200 hours? Oh, it was like the first... It wasn't the first 200 hours, but the first many hours I was playing with a trackball. Until I got this awesome mouse. But the trackball is still nice for ergonomic reasons. Like, it really helps with my RSI, or my carpal tunnel, sorry. Thankfully, I don't need it anymore for now. Oh, you're doing pie block? Nice. I see you also started over. Okay, well, I was looking at this because we're actually getting enough ash from here that we're bottlenecked on soil. And then I just got completely distracted and did the wrong thing. So we actually just need this to go down here. So I didn't need to move any of that because we're getting enough, oops, we're getting enough ash from here to sustain it, but we're not getting enough of his soil. So I want a full 3 inserters of soil instead of 2. Now we'll probably be bottlenecked on ash again. Theoretically, this is enough inserters, but I don't think it actually is. So we are going to pull 1 inserter's worth off of this belt here. Oh no. There we go. Theranos, I have a bug report. I said to ignore inserters, and then I placed this inserter, and it added it to the selection. But I have ignore inserters turned on. Well, you got farther than I did, Theranos. Yeah, there we go. Now we're working. Cool. Okay, now we have moss. We also have botany. We're making a whole bunch of stuff, and we are going to pull off our patch boxes right here. Yeah, it's consistent. Every time I place a new inserter, it adds it to the selection, even though I have the setting disabled. We are backed up on Keratin. That's a problem. We're totally backed up on Keratin. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Where's our power production? Are we good? Yeah. But I think our power production is not utilizing our Keratin production. We're exclusively powering power on coal, which is not a great plan. It's kind of crazy. Maybe now that we're making science again, except most of our iron consumption is from making small parts and we're backed up. Let's make more small parts. Make all the small parts and all the air core inductors, please. You can never have enough of those. Okay. We have gun turrets. Woo, we're gonna use so many gun turrets. I think it would be kind of neat if, like, rock eggs would spoil into, like, rocks that you have to, like, shoot down. I don't know. Kind of like biters. Biter eggs on Gleba. Are any pie devs watching? I'm giving you free ideas. Okay, so... Right, now we need to make the whole tree seedling loop. Thankfully, I know how to do this. This is just the bootstrap recipe. So we need tree seedlings and planter boxes. For tree seedlings, we need moss, tree seeds, and water. Tree seeds requires wood, and moss, we've been pulling moss off of rocks for a while. And we have a bunch of moss sitting in here, right? We have a few moss sitting. Wow. Okay. I have a lot of stone. Rock and stone. Oh, you know, our Keratin suddenly exploded because of landfill. It's hilarious. Because now we're suddenly pulling in all of our stone production into landfill. So let's actually disable that for now. Now suddenly our Keragen problem will be solved. We don't need that much landfill at the moment. We have 69. That's the perfect number. We don't need any more. Okay, let's go back to walls and concrete and glass text. Because now we have everything we need to create wood. Oopsie poopsie. Oh, actually, that should be Keragen. There we go. There we go. Interesting that... Oh, it didn't make a ghost because I don't have robots yet. Actually kind of annoying. I just want to get rid of my coal, please. Thank you. Okay, now we just have coke and various other knickknacks. You are out of your excuse-moi. Oh, now we're using native flora as fuel. Oh gosh. Okay. That's funny. I forgot that that had a fuel value. I mean, that's not a problem. We can just leave it. It's kind of funny, actually. Huh. You have a fuel value of 175 kilojoules, which is not that much compared to 3 megajoules. But it is something. And it means that we're using more, which is good because it'll keep them from spoiling as much. But now, how much are we using? We're using 2.43 per second. And you're producing like 1 per second, right? Yeah. So we need to triple our native flora production. Distractions on top of distractions on top of distractions. This is why we love Pyanodons. Okay, cool. Our Keragen problem has been solved. As in, we no longer have Keragen producing at all. Like we can turn Keragen into shale oil, but we don't do anything with shale oil except for canisters for a while. Like the rest of these are, yeah, nitrogen. Oh, condensates. Okay, so we do have a use for it. I seem to remember last time we basically just used all of our Keragen as power production until very late into the game. Like after, like when we were building logistics science, we finally made Keragen processing because we needed one of these materials. Our next pie look much more difficult than it actually is. Shut up. I mean, you're not wrong, but shut up. Okay, botanical nursery. Sorry, flora collector, flora collector. I love these almost entirely invisible flora collectors. It's great. At least I can drive over them. I just found that out just now. You watched it live. This should be fine, right? Should be fine. Surely this won't have, this won't get completely blacked out by not having any Keragen. Surely it'll be fine. We're not completely out of native flora. Yeah, I actually like that it's using more native flora because it means that the native flora freshness will stay pretty high. Cool. You can travel over fish turbines. You mean like these ones? Huh. I've never used these before because it requires fish. I've just been, you know, using good old steam power. Okay, we need to make stuff. I should get a to-do list. Food processing, right. So for this, we need to create tree seedlings, of which we need to create trees. We need a bunch of botanical nurseries for this. So these are made in an assembling machine, and then these are made in botanical nurseries. Cool, so we will build a little incubator down here as a very temporary, very much not permanent solution. I hope you heard me correctly. This is a temporary solution. It's a very much not permanent installation we're making here. Everyone got that? 100% never going to be permanent. It's that guy. What, you don't believe me? How could you not believe me? I thought you guys watched me because you liked me. If you guys don't believe in me, then how can I vouch for your value as viewers? Hey, can I just handcraft tree seeds? Yes. I didn't need to build this. Okay, botanical nurseries. Here in life. I need wood and stone and soil. I just put away all my soil. Got wood? I don't believe it because I know you. Right, it's gonna stay there until the factory gets completely nuked and rebuilt, which will happen at some point. The fun part about Pi is it forces you to do that. Pretty much. Oh boy, someone forgot to filter the outsider again. Oh. Now we're out of iron and glass. Is this song a lot quieter than the last one? It's like super quiet. There we go. I could barely hear it. Yeah, you can leave it. That's true. You don't need to completely destroy it, but that's fun. Once your new base is fully operational and you don't need the old one anymore, literally just nuke it. Okay, so our supply in botanical nurseries is here. So we just need 2 of those. Tree seedling into trees. For now. These need water. Or this one needs water. Which we can just pull off from here. Easy peasy. Tree seeds, just add water. Why isn't that working? Right, when do we actually get nuclear bombs? Atomic bomb? There we go. Oh, we get it at Pi 3. Oh, that's so sad. See, the farthest I've made it in Pi is this one. So this is literally twice as far in as I got. Okay, you will just produce as many trees as you can. What's your ratio? Get ratioed some. Maybe same issues when building on top of tiles. Well, let's do science. If we place a ghost, it doesn't work. If we place a ghost over here, it doesn't work. So it has nothing to do with the tile. Ready the first tree? Let's go. Okay, let's make a bunch more botanical nurseries. Holy moly. Thank you, that's a lot better. Okay, so we need enough wood for now just to power this. But what is my input of wood is the question. Let's make the wood setup. Oh, we need basswood forestries. Sorry, wrong thing. Okay. Hey, I found a sink for the ash. Let's go. Who needs ash processing when you have fastwood forestries? You already have moss production? I do not. But I need to figure out how much I need. How much excess ash are we producing just from power? 9.87 per second. How much do you take? A moment when rate calculator doesn't work on ghosts. I'm actually gonna switch these hotkeys around. Because I'm using Simon's calculator a lot more than my own. You take nothing. Requires module tree. Oh, of course. Good job, Simon. That was a great error message. You take 0.75 ash per second. Please go up there. So we can... ash is not the bottleneck here, is what I'm saying. Is what I'm seeing. We have plenty of ash. For now. Until suddenly we don't have enough of it. So what is our bottleneck going to be? Tree seedling is probably a good... Tree seedling requires moss. So moss is just made out of water. So power is actually our limit here. Because moss is literally just water for now. Never mind, it takes CO2. I'm a stupid idiot. Why do I think it's water? That is just water. CO2 is free. That's why. CO2 is free in my previous game because I have CO2 drops. That's why I had it in my head that moss is just water. Okay, well Simon is correct. We need to do moss first. Thank you for the follow. I can't read that. I read that like 6 times and my brain couldn't process it. Acnologia, thank you. Clips effigy, hello. We are currently making moss. And I forgot how moss is made because I was used to CO2 drops. Okay, so you have stone, muddy sludge, and carbon dioxide, or we just have muddy sludge and carbon dioxide. We currently, if we consume more stone, then we have an overabundance of keratin. So I do not want to do that. I would rather do this one, which is just muddy sludge and CO2. CO2 is made from coke, which we have. In fact, we have an excess of coke. So how much CO2 does this one machine produce? That is, please go over there. 16 carbon dioxide per second. You need moss modules, please. Oh, nice that actually worked. Not nice that I can't drag these ghosts. What are the Factorio devs doing? Okay, so one CO2 is plenty. Like, really, really plenty for now. So we just need 2 coke per second. That's doable. Or 0.4 coke per second. That's doable. I'm pretty sure we have an excess of coke by at least that much already. I used the wrong rate calculator. Coke excess 0.47 per second. And that is exactly the right amount. Awesome. Cool. We're actually just going to shove this right here because it's convenient. And as from what I recall, you can hear me over the noise, we ended up only having these 4 for pretty much the entire game last time. So that's fine. High pressure furnace. What do you take? You take electricity. What do we need to make one of you? There we go. Uh-oh. We'll just leave it. It's fine. Okay, so automatic underground pipe connectors just isn't working. There we go. How much power are you consuming? Not that much. 2.2 megawatts. It's not terrible. Not great, not terrible. Did we actually do molten steel last time? I don't remember. But I also don't think I can load my previous game because rate calculator will crash if I do. But let's try it. Where the heck is Return of the Pie? What? Did I lose it? Oh, old. Here we go. I was really afraid that Steam Cloud nuked my saves. Okay, yep. I can't load it because rate calculator crashes. But I'm pretty sure we did molten steel by the end. Okay, so now we have CO2. CO2 is not the limiting factor. So what is the limiting factor on how much moss we can make? That's just CO2 and water. So we're good. No problem. How much does this make? 4.8 per minute. Surely not. What's that in per second? I can't tell because it's Moss Farm, Moss Farm. Oh, it doesn't do the ghost modules. Okay, yeah, nope. Okay. Right, calculator's freaking dumb. 4.8, 4.8 divided by 60 is 0.08 per second. That's crazy slow, man. Okay, so how much do we want to do then? First question, how much wood for science? Wood for science is 0.8 per second. Okay, so that is our baseline. We can probably manage that. Where's our fastwood forestry? Here it is. If we use the ash recipe, and we get 0.01 logs per second per hour without modules. Okay, 0.15. And this number, once again, because I already forgot it, because I'm a doofus, is 0.8 wood, but I need to add this to the equation. Okay, so now we're bottlenecked on that. So let's add another one. Okay, so we only need 2 of these to make science. Yes, I'll probably end up throwing Keragen into power because that's what I did last time and it worked for like 200 hours. That's probably the easiest solution. It'll just require some refactoring. Because at the moment, I have Keragen on this belt. But I want to separate it off. But I have Keragen and Ash, but I want to make the Ash go over here and the Keragen over here, which requires a big insert or doohickey. I'll probably end up doing that, we'll see. Because, yes, moss goes literally twice as fast if you use stone. Right? Literally? Oh, it's more than twice as fast, actually. Well, what's this? This is 0.2 per second. Versus 4.8 per minute. Which is 0.08. So it's like it's like plus, yeah. It's 2.5 times faster. 2.25 times. Moss is slow, yes it is. Okay, well, Handling Keragen byproduct is not that hard, so let's just do it. I got scared off by the fact that this showed 20 stone in its recipe, but in reality, it's only 0.25 stone per second. And we're making at least that much. Can I get radars, please? No. In fact, I cannot. Well, you made it further than I did. I didn't make it to Pi 2. I researched literally everything there was to research in logistics science, and then I quit. So we only need 2 of these. So let's start with 2. And then we'll see how much we can reasonably expand to later. 2 of these. Okay. So we need 0.15 per second of tree seedling, which is made in a botanical nursery. My gosh, can that please go over there? I do love that freezing mechanic. That's really cool. You can just have as many windows of these open as you want. That's awesome. Okay. That's a perfect ratio. Yeah, I remember this. This is a perfect ratio. I think maybe we'll double our current needs because we're going to definitely need more wood in the very near future, right? Yeah, it's used in cellulose, which is used in electronics. So let's double our need and call it good for now. That's what we're going to do. So in that case, we have 4 of these. Get out of here. We have 4 of these. And we have 2 of these. And how much does that need? That needs 0.1 per second tree seeds, which is probably easy. It's just that. Okay. Yeah, we're good. Then we need 3 per second of ash, 0.5 per second of moss, and we need to make the wood processor. Too busy modding to play the game. Classic. Okay. So now if we unconstrain wood, then we have 2.88 per second. Sorry, we want to unconstrain logs. Because last time no, I didn't. I actually shipped the logs. Sweet. 0.58 logs per second. Or if we unconstrain wood, then that's 2.88 wood per second. That should be enough for now. The rate calc for ghost builds is Production Rates Calculator Extreme by Simon, who is currently in the chat. That's PRCE, Production Rates Calculator Extreme, by Simon, who was in the chat. Okay, so this is all we need. Turn those. Then we need water inputs, we need ash, and we need tree seedlings. But we also need to handle the tree seedlings spoiling into other things. I am debating doubling this again. I don't remember how much we need for simple circuits, but I seem to remember that I was running out of wood last time. Oh no, I want to use wood for fuels. So yeah, double again. This is how much we're going to build. But we're not going to build it all at once. We're going to plan for this much, and then we will build it out over time. Okay. Because we definitely want to use wood for fuel because it makes our ash go away. But on the other hand, we need ash for this. So maybe we can get enough ash purely from Keragen and raw coal for power. And then the rest of the ash can go away. But we'll see. In any case, we will take care of that later. We need 6 ash per second. That should be doable, right? Let's go down there and find out. Yeah, it's plenty doable. And I'm not using the feature of the mod. I should use it right here. Just from the ones we have right now, we're making 9.87 ash per second. Freeze that, put that down there. And because I have such a short-term memory, I already forgot the number. So, 6 ash per second. Yeah, we got plenty just from power. Cool. So that's a plan. I lost it. Pin, please. Yep. So for this, for all this, we need 1 moss per second. Which, how many of these is that? How much is 1? 0.2. So we need 5. Yeah, that's not bad. So we will double that to 10 just to be funny. And then we will have plenty of CO2, right? Yeah. Cool. That's a plan. All right, so let's start building the moss first. Wood can go in here for a while. This is how much moss we're going to build, so let's do this first. This requires stone as well. I wish I had long inserters. Yeah, okay, this is not going to work. So we need to put the pipes on one side and the inserters on the other side. I thought I could make it work. Yeah, that should do it. But I kind of want to do this the other way. Pipes are much less expensive than belts. And yeah. Okay, so we are actually going to do this the other way. We're going to do pipes on the outside and the belts on the inside. Said cut, please. Thank you. And I stack these belts somehow. So we need for each one. Sorry, let's what keeps happening to my cursor, man? I feel like I'm going crazy. So for each of these we need 3 stone per second and 2.4 moss per second. Out. So we could do it on one belt. Is what I'm seeing here. Just have the input and the output on the same belt. Except, no, because there's inserters on both sides. That's why I ended up going with this design last time. Because then you could just put it all on the output belt. But I want to make it a little more square this time, I think. Yeah. So this is completely covered. I can't do anything on this side. Excuse me. Okay, so if we have 3 stone per second, that means we need 721, 28. We need like 4 inserters for that. Which doesn't leave much room for outserters. Sorry, I'm an idiot. 0.25, that's a lot better. We only need 1 inserter for each one. That'll work fine. This is kind of dumb, but it works and it makes me happy. The heck is wrong with this music, dude? Got really funky all of a sudden. Okay, that should work. We have inputs on that belt. We have outputs on that belt. Both sides for each. Cool. Kind of a stupid design, but it works. And we just tile that 3 times. Yeah. Okay, we'll do it this way. We could also have put the pipes in the center and just done like the simple belt on one side, belt on the other side. Up top. What I mean is just have stone on the inside and moss on the outside. Just do this on both sides. But I'm committed now. Okay. Moss, we're keeping this area clear. So we want to build it up here. Except that's not where our water is. Our water's down here. So we want to build wood. I think we want to build wood over here. Next to where the water is. And well, where's the ash going to be? We already have ash and water production over here. So actually we want to put the wood over here. Non-stone recipe can put everything in the middle. Very nice and tight build. Yeah. Wait, how is that possible? Because you have these. Oh, I see. You just do it this way. Bang, bang, bang. Just like that. And then you've got plenty of room for inserters in the middle. That. Yeah. That is really nice. You just do that. Bang. Done.
Are you winning?
Am I winning? I hope so. Thank you for the 25 months. Yeah, that is a really nice design, actually. I'm a fan. Then you just do this. Bang. No, that's not how that works. It is like this. There you go. Easy peasy. And then you just add power poles right there. That is a really nice setup. I will keep it in my back pocket. Okay, this fits perfectly right here. So we need stone input. Stone is fairly easy to pull from over there. Except we wanted to put the ash here, or sorry, we wanted to put the wood here, not the moss. So no, we'll put the moss here and we'll put the wood below it. Cool. That should do it. We only need 5 of these, so we only need to build the first few of these. 2. Oh, my bad. We only need 5 for the ending setup, so we only need 2 of these for now. We don't need to build all of them yet. Do I have lamps yet? No. Did I run out of wood? Yes. Of course I ran out of wood. Where's my car? Gosh, the frame pacing is so bad. That was the literal worst. Go green! I'm stuck! Help me! Your vehicle physics mod got me stuck on a pipe. Don't crash into pipes. Fine, I'll just do that. Call you our setting. Is this bauxite? I insist on calling it bauxite because that's what it's actually called in the real world. Because I was like, surely aluminium ore doesn't exist in real life. Turns out it does. It's called bauxite. You can just mine aluminium out of the ground. I mean, it has a few byproducts, but still. Dodge live with an odd number. No, I didn't reload, Simon. The pipe to ground was still alive. It was just at like 2 HP. Meow. Yeah, I guess the real solution is just don't crash into garbage. Ah! I was having too much fun. Okay. Enough messing around. We're making a serious factory here. No time for jokes. No time for fun. All work, no play. Got wood. Okay, you're actually out of moss. So we need to finish the moss. Okay, first problem is this is backwards. Yoink. And I placed it one too far down. Oh my gosh. It's the Pyanodons art that keeps tripping me up. Okay, so now we have the output on the bottom so we can bring it down. Then we have the input on the top so we can bring it over. Easy peasy. Hello, Kyle. Ugh. Okay, so we'll just have those two, and these collectively take, that's awkward. There we go. These collectively take, 0.5 stone per second. Oh my gosh, okay. I want it to be pinned when I want it to be pinned, and then the instant I don't want it to be pinned, I want it to telepathically anticipate my need and not be pinned anymore. Can you do that, Simon? Just make a brain-mind interface. Just buy Neuralink from Elon. Okay, and I did that because I just want to bring stone over. I'm so close to having lamps. How do I make lamps? Oh, I have everything. I just need to craft them. Lamps! I can see! Oh! Oh! It's gorgeous. Your version has some pretty advanced logic in a few areas, but pinning is not one of them. That's okay. I'm gonna take all this landfill. So, we need to steal some stone. Which means we do this. Yoink. There we go. I'm out of belts. Who could have seen this coming? So we'll bring it over here and do this. The spaghetti has begun. Well, the spaghetti began forever ago. The spaghetti intensifies. This is what makes pie so fun. Thank goodness I already have belts automated. Why aren't you crafting? You're out of copper. We're out of copper? What's happening? We're just not making enough of it. Cool. Expand copper. So apparently I was planning on putting glass over here? I guess I forgot about that. That's funny. Wait. Yeah. I'll make a dedicated belt for the glass, or for the stone. Wait. Wrong one. That's coal. That's coal. That's coal. And I actually want to keep this further away from that if possible. There we go. Started spaghetti, and then when I became experienced at organized blocks, now I'm back to fun mode. Spaghetti. Sometimes I wonder if I'm actually stupid. Has anybody else wondered that? You just like keep doing things and you're just like, am I actually like the dumbest person alive? Hey, nice Super Hexagon music. I love this game. I beat all of the modes of Super Hexagon because I had no life when I was a teenager. There we go. Okay, now we got stone. I have bad news. We've consumed almost all of our moss that we collected. Therefore, we have no moss modules to make more moss with. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, we gotta go mine some rocks. Man, Super Hexagon's a good game. I think we have some rocks right here. Go and interview any person alive and come back to your next stream whether you're the dumbest. Oh, thanks. I appreciate it. My chat really looks out for me, huh? Okay, well, first step is we should actually turn this on so that it can start producing moss, however slowly it does it. Okay, well, that didn't work. Why not? Why aren't you connected to the electric network? Huh? Oh. There we go. Okay, so now we need the muddy sludge. I completely didn't do the muddy sludge. Ah! Time for a break. I'll be back. You guys get to watch my base work for a minute. I apparently need a short brain break. I'll be back in a minute. So I've mentioned before that every time I get off my chair, it produces a lot of static electricity. But I just noticed something else, and I'm going to do an experiment. Experiment failed. I have this numpad that is also a calculator, and it keeps turning itself on for no reason. Like, it was just, can you see that? No. Yeah, it was just sitting like this. It was just on. And I'm like, why? And I had a theory that the static electricity was turning it on, but I guess not. Okay. So we completely forgot about Muddy Sludge. We gotta put that somewhere. So I guess we'll be putting it here. The Muddy Sludge. I mean, we get the soil from here, and then the soil is used to make Muddy Sludge. In a washer. I miss recipe book. Frick is that? Just a big old pipe. It's a big old pipe that only appears when it's on one side. That's kind of funny, actually. Well, thanks Simon and Theranos for joining the stream. Appreciate you both. Have a good night. How much Muddy Sludge do we need? 15 per second. How much do you make? I seem to recall this is almost a 1-to-1 ratio. Oh. So it's just 1. That's 15. That's 20. Yeah, we're good. Easy peasy. That'll work fine. If it is irregular, then the static might still be turning the calculator on. Well, if I keep my headphones on, the reason I take off my headphones and then stand up is because when I touch the base of the chair and it shocks me, if I'm... What's happening? Hello? 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 It's just a really crazy echo. I need to get some sound dampening in here. If I am wearing the headphones when I get up and get shocked, then the shock travels through the headphones into my Thunderbolt dock, into my monitor, and my monitor turns off for a second. Like, I can feel it go through my ears into the headphones. It's kind of crazy. Okay, we got a lot of garbage to choose from. Power processing is high up there. But for now, we're going to focus on this. So we just need to add water. Yeah, this fork, huh. I mean, I know it's supposed to do it with machines too. But, whatever, it's fine. So we just need to bring some water up from here, and it even lines up perfectly. It's incredible. Almost like I planned it or something. Man, when can we get logistic bots? Oh wait, that's at least 150 hours away. It took me 150 hours to get logistic bots last time. Hey, we got a basic wooden fence. Okay. Why? Why does that even exist? It has no purpose. What is my purpose? To sit in the crafting menu. Oh my god. Yeah, my solution to my static electricity on my chair problem is I'm gonna get an exercise ball to sit on. All right. Man, this music is suddenly so much louder. Like, this chiptune mix is very inconsistent with how loud the music is. Okay, we got Muddy Sludge. Let's go. So now we just need to bring the CO2 down from here, which means we can get rid of this pull pipe because it just goes straight down. Pretty much. Not quite perfectly. We're pretty close. Oh, no, this is way cleaner. Let's do this. There we go. But the Muddy Sludge, why isn't it playing any music? It is, it's just way quieter now. Yeah, these chiptune mixes are not very good for streaming. They have very inconsistent volume. So I'm gonna switch to... It just took a minute. There we go. I usually listen to graphic arts. Okay, now we just need to hook up the CO2 here. So this is obviously going to go first. Here, bang. Bang, bang, bang. Bing, bing, bong. Bing and bong. Traveling through the universe. Adventures every day. From their home in space. Name that song. Name that show. I dare anybody who doesn't know me in real life to name that show. Cool. We are slowly making moss. Awesome. And by slowly, I mean extraordinarily slowly. Okay, so now we have all this ash. Literally unplayable. I need more stone bricks. Do I have any? Oh, they're just sitting, right. I get them by doing this. There we go. Easy peasy. Now suddenly we'll have a burst of keratin. But stone won't be a problem because we'll just be throwing all the keratin into power. That's how we solved it last time. And it worked really well. No reason to change our strat now. You know what would be neat? Dynamic mining speed. Like the longer you hold the mouse button, or like the longer you spend continually mining entities, the faster you mine. That would be kind of neat. I also thought about making a mod that changes your walking speed based on how much you're zoomed in. So that if you're zoomed all the way out, then you'd run a lot faster than if you're zoomed all the way in like this. Especially if you have increased zoom turned on, like, woo! Then you go super slow. Yeah, these little poopy waters are getting really annoying, actually. Alien biomes, why? Okie doke. Well, that's dumb. I'll just, that. There we go. Okay, now we have an area clear for our wood. I said our wood. I said our wood. Uh-oh. It's this one. Once again, this will have, this will need the same setup as we have up here for dual belts. Like this. And the moss will just have to go around the thing. That's funny. Oh, they're only using 560 kilowatts right now? Oh, it's because we're not researching anything. Oh no. Okay, so this is going to be in our face for the rest of time. We can't research this until logistics science. Okay, yeah, we need to do this, so... We add that, and then we add this. Like that. And then it just works. So we have the seedlings in on one side, and we have the logs out the other. I seem to remember that this requires, I'll just do that. Easiest solution. It doesn't reach. It requires that. There we go. Okay, but this is important. We need to make sure that the tree seedlings loop back around if they ever spoil. I'm like 90% certain we can do that just with an inserter at the end. Well, apparently 2 hours is like my brain limit for playing Factorio right now because my brain is shutting off. But let's at least finish. Let's at least get wood up and running, and then we'll call it a stream. Okay. And the tree seedlings require a fuel source, so we'll actually just put that on the top. We're actually gonna flip this whole thing. And then we're gonna flip this whole thing. Like that. We're gonna have to refactor this if we ever transition it to Tree Mark 2s. That's not until wood processing 2, so that's probably fine. At least 100 hours off. I also seem to recall that there's another recipe, a set of recipes that also uses muddy sludge, right? Yeah. Is that a turd recipe? Now the turd recipe doubles the ash requirement. And that's it? Apparently it decided to stop playing chiptunes. That's interesting. Can you suggest how can I get into playing Pi? It seems like there's a wide variety of mods. Yeah, so basically, install Pyanodons Alternative Energy. This one. This will install every dependency that it needs, which is pretty much all of the Pi mods. So all of these here are the Pi mods that you need in order to get the full experience. And then I also do Pyanodon Streamlined, which has some options that let you change how the game works, but I only use this mod, I think, for the improved crafting menu, because by default, the crafting menu is pretty messy, but Pyanodon Streamlined makes it a lot better. So install Pyanodon's Alternative Energy and Pyanodon Streamlined, and you'll have everything you need. Oh, and enable all feature flags if you so desire, because that allows you to enable spoilage, which is not enabled by default. Okay, so the tree seedlings spoil back into tree seeds, right? Yeah. Right, this doesn't count as a tall entity because it isn't really. Oh, but yeah, we're host. Okay, so we need to get tree seedlings out of here. What that means is we can't actually for one, these need more than one inserter of ash input. So we actually can't use this setup at all. So nuke it and start over. Whee! Yeah, you can definitely tell my brain is fried. I'm struggling to play right now. But I want to finish the wood. Right, so for one machine, we need 0.75 ash per second, which technically can be done with one inserter, but that's only in a perfect world, so We need 2. And it's 4.5 tree seedlings per minute, so that's like nothing. So I think we should just plan ahead and just have an entire belt of ash. Even though we can technically fit it on 1/2 of a belt. That way, we only need the inputs and outputs on one side. You know what? I'm actually going to end the stream because my brain is dead and I need to do some other stuff. We will come back next time and finish out the wood. This stream we got the glass and the moss set up, which isn't actually all that much stuff, but hey, it's something. Zen Garden. Nice. Yeah, one of my strategies for avoiding burnout this time around as well is to not push myself to stream long. Because I think that was partially responsible for why I stopped playing before. I will at least fix the moss so that it's working on both sides. There we go. Okay, now mouse is fully functional. Just takes a minute. But now it's suddenly a lot faster. There we go. Cool. We got moss. Awesome. We got glass, we got moss. It's a good stream. Thank you for joining me today, and we'll find somebody to raid. Peace! We'll raid Brand Anarchy because he's playing Pi Hard mode. He's been very consistent about it, unlike me. See ya.